Digital nomads have a great lifestyle and a life concept. So they live the laptop life. They just hop from one country to another. They work remotely. They, instead of living in crowded city, they live in awesome places all over the world and they can work from there. So that's the dream, and thanks to technology, this is becoming more often possible. However, there is a big problem. Where do they pay taxes? So Estonia has just recently introduced a digital nomad visa. So if you're not a EU citizen, you can apply for an Estonian digital nomad visa and you can travel freely in the Schengen area. So which means that you get a visa from Estonia, you are, for instance, an American citizen, and then you travel throughout Europe for the whole year or 2 years, as long as you want to stay here. But once again, where do you pay taxes? So as an American, you of course pay taxes to the United States of America. But what happens if you move to Italy? Well, Italy wants a chunk of that, doesn't it? So we already spoke about my recent victory in a court case about tax residency, but this is much more complicated with digital nomads. Because oftentimes digital nomads hops around and they move with their own family, or they just move by themselves and they have no family. So where is the personal interest? Normally your personal interests are in the same place as your business and personal interest, because you're running the laptop life. So if you can run everything from your laptop and you move to Italy with your family, where is your tax residency? That's Italy. And there's no such thing of taxless income if you work as a digital nomad. And this is very important to set up properly and to avoid to incur in any fines. So what I suggest to you is, first of all, audit your position and think about where you move. So if you decide to move to Europe and you move to Italy, remember that if you work with a company located abroad and you are the sole shareholder and managing director, well, the Italian tax office deems it as an Italian company. So what can you do? Well, I would take advantage of the most recent advantageous tax regime. The first one is the regime forfettario, where you pay 5% flat tax, or the new residence tax regime, that if you move in a southern municipality, 90% of your income is tax exempt, which means that if you make 100,000 euros, you don't pay any tax at all, because on 10,000 euros of income, you basically don't pay any tax. So that's the best thing you can do. You can structure your taxes properly, and remember, you're very likely to be tax resident in the country you live, because you're moving anywhere and you do not have any permanent home, any permanent place that you can call it your tax residency country.